Presented by Listen Headlines. Latest financial news from trusted sources.
Daily FX Market News. November 14th. 7 o'clock America New York. Dow Jones, S&P 500, Nasdaq 100 forecasts for the week ahead. Inflation hedges? The Dow Jones, S&P 500 and Nasdaq 100 turned to Fedspeak as inflation fears brought volatility to stocks this past week. Still, the bull market remains intact amid underlying fundamentals.
Global economy. November 14th. 7 o'clock America New York. The Fed must abandon average inflation targeting. Why should failures in the past drive monetary policy in the future?
New York Times Business. November 14th. 7 o'clock America New York. The week in business. Conglomerates break up. First GE and then J&AMTD decide to split up their businesses. Inflation is rising, and the Biden administration's vaccine mandate faces court challenges.
Global economy. November 14th. 6:45 America New York. The oldest asset class of all still dominates modern wealth. Low interest rates in advanced countries have pushed money into real estate instead of business investment. Digital finance. November 14th. 6:25 America New York. The winners of the AMTD DigFin Innovation Awards. We announce the winners of the DigFinnies 2021 for capital markets, banking, and payments. The post the winners of the AMTD DigFin Innovation Awards appeared first on Digital Finance.
Wall Street Journal Markets. November 14th. 6:03 America New York. China's coal addiction runs deeper than economics. The economics of weaning China off coal are daunting, but geopolitical risks loom large for Beijing too, and may continue to slow down the pace of progress.
Wall Street Journal U.S. Business. November 14th. 5:30 America New York. Chip shortage prompts manufacturers to pitch lower tech models. Makers of appliances and other products are adapting designs, shipping uncompleted units and focusing on older, lower tech models because of the global shortage of semiconductors.
Wall Street Journal Markets. November 14th. 5:30 America New York. Inflation bets give a boost to small cap stocks. Small cap stocks have performed more strongly than their large cap peers during times since 2010 when inflation expectations were rising, an analysis shows, and solid profits have helped spark the recent stock market run. Wall Street Journal Markets. November 14th. 5:30 America New York. Inflation surge whips up market froth. A drop in inflation-adjusted government bond yields has pushed investors to riskier parts of the market including stocks and initial public offerings.
New York Times Business. November 14th. 5 o'clock America New York. Crunch at ports may mean crisis for family farms. Backlogs and cancellations are hitting American growers as costs rise, profits slump and overseas customers shop elsewhere. The El Dorado Dairy Farm in Ontario, Calif.
Google Business News. November 14th. 4:20 America New York. Glenn DeVries net worth 2021. Wife, kids, business, and more. Get India News. Glenn DeVries net worth 2021. Wife, kids, business, and more. Get India News.
Global economy. November 14th. 4 o'clock America New York. Will UK inflation hit the highest level in a decade? Market questions as the FT's guide to the week ahead.
New York Times Business. November 14th. 3 o'clock America New York. Ukraine wants to be the crypto capital of the world. It has to be somewhere. Why not Ukraine? In early September, Ukraine's parliament passed a law legalizing and regulating Bitcoin, step 1 in a campaign to mainstream the nation's thriving trade in crypto and to rebrand the country.
Marginal Revolution. November 14th. 0:45 America New York. How the crypto skeptics changed their minds. That is a Walter Frick feature story at Quartz. The other answers are interesting throughout. Here is my contribution. What was your original reaction to cryptocurrencies and blockchain?
Armstrong Economics. November 14th. 0:09 America New York. Biden raises cost for senior and Medicare while planning to hand $450,000 to illegal aliens. I have said before when I met with the former Prime Minister of Australia trying to buy land for the people of Hong Kong and he refused to allow them to migrate because he was Labour and they would vote Conservative. Armstrong Economics. November 14th. 001 America New York, The Gates Interview. The post The Gates interview first appeared on Armstrong Economics.
Global Economy. November 14. 000 America New York, Argentina's Peronists face uphill battle in midterm elections. High inflation and rising poverty erode support among voters.
Daily FX Market News. November 13. 2300 America New York, Japanese yen fundamental forecast, USD, JPY eyes further upside on Japan GDP. The Japanese yen may continue weakening versus the US dollar if Japan reports a worse than expected GDP growth figure. Will USD, JPY remain on the path higher?
Armstrong Economics. November 13. 2044 America New York, WEC is still available. We are still getting inquiries if they can but the WEC event with all the materials. The answer is yes, you will get the full video and the 17 reports. This may have been the largest financial conference in history.
BBC News Business. November 13, 2029 America New York, I can't get equity release on my eco-friendly home. Andrew Bennett built an energy-efficient home, but cannot borrow money against its value. BBC News Business. November 13, 2028 America New York, Delta boss says climate change means flying will cost more. The world's second-largest airline says climate change is the biggest challenge facing aviation.
Daily FX Market News. November 13, 2000 America New York, Euro forecast, Euro, USD may fall further in week ahead, 1.14 likely. The drop in Euro, USD last Wednesday was significant, taking the pair below 1.15 to its lowest level since July 21 last year. That has opened the way for further losses, to 1.14 and beyond.
New York Times Business. November 13, 1501 America New York, Kaiser Permanente reaches tentative deal with unions, averting strike. More than 30,000 West Coast workers at the healthcare provider had planned to go on strike on Monday. Nurses and workers staged an informational picket outside the Kaiser Permanente San Francisco Medical Center this past week.
Marginal Revolution. November 13, 1426 America New York, Saturday assorted links. 1. Each student is allowed to bring only one pet and must pay a $250 cleaning fee for the academic year. Emotional support animals are free. 2. Japanese Colombo.